You thought you understood how power works. Most people do. It's simple, right? You start at the bottom. You follow orders. You prove yourself. And eventually, if you survive long enough, you rise. Private. Corporal. Sergeant. Lieutenant. Captain. Colonel. General. A ladder. Clean. Predictable. Logical. That's what they show you. That's what they want you to believe. But here's the part no one explains. Every system that looks simple from the outside is hiding something complicated underneath. And the military is no different. Because the moment you step into it, you don't just join an organization. You enter a structure. And structures have layers. Some visible. Some buried so deep, they stop feeling real. At the beginning, it feels normal. Routine, even. You wake up early. You train. You listen. You repeat. You learn discipline. You learn silence. And slowly, without realizing it, you learn how to stop questioning things. That's the first change. Not physical. Psychological. Because the system doesn't just want obedience. It wants predictability. It wants to know how you think. Before you think it. Every reaction you have. Every hesitation. Every moment of doubt. It all gets noticed. You won't see it happening. But it is. Files get built. Profiles get shaped. Patterns get mapped. And long before you understand the system understands you. Most people never move beyond that stage. They serve. They follow. They leave. And that's it. But some keep going. They get promoted. They take on responsibility. They start giving orders instead of receiving them. And that's where things begin to shift. Because at a certain level, you stop being trained. And you start being tested. Not with physical challenges. Not with endurance. But with decisions. Small ones at first. Insignificant. Easy to justify. But each one is watched. Measured. Evaluated. Not for correctness. But for alignment. Because the system isn't asking, did you make the right choice? It's asking, did you make the expected one? And if you do, if you consistently do, you move forward. Into rooms most people will never see. Into conversations that don't exist on record. Into moments where something feels off. It usually starts with an order. Not a loud one. Not aggressive. Just different. Vague. Open-ended. The kind of instruction that gives you room to interpret. And that's the point. Because how you interpret it reveals more about you than the outcome ever could. Do you hesitate? Do you question it? Or do you execute, without needing clarity? That's when they know. That's when you stop being just another officer. And start becoming something else. Something harder to define. At that level, information changes. It's no longer complete. No longer reliable. You're given fragments. Partial truths. Sometimes even misinformation. And you're expected to work with it. Not fix it. Not challenge it. Just operate within it. Because the test is no longer about intelligence. It's about control. Your control over yourself. Your ability to function. Even when things don't make sense. Especially when they don't make sense. And the ones who succeed? They move further. Closer to the center. Closer to the part of the system that doesn't show itself. That's where the structure begins to disappear. No more clear chains of command. No more defined authority. Just people. Meetings. Decisions. Quiet ones. Important ones. The kind that never get written down. The kind that never get traced back. And that's when the realization hits. The uniform you've been wearing? It stopped mattering a long time ago. Because the real decisions aren't being made by ranks. They're being made by individuals. Individuals who don't need titles. Don't need recognition. Don't need to be seen. And the higher you go, the less visible everything becomes. Until eventually, you reach a point where even the idea of a rank starts to feel outdated. Irrelevant. Almost performative. Because above a certain level, there are no promotions. No ceremonies. No announcements. Just access. Access to information. Access to influence. Access to decisions that shape things far beyond what most people can see. Wars. Conflicts. Operations that never make the news. And at that level, you stop asking who gave the order. Because you already know the answer won't exist. Not officially. Not anywhere you can point to. And that's when you hear about it. Not directly. Not clearly. Just mentioned. Once. Carefully. Like something that isn't supposed to be discussed. A level above everything you thought was the top. A layer that doesn't belong to any one country. Any one military. Any one system. A layer that operates across all of them. Quietly. Precisely. Deliberately. No ranks. No insignia. No records. Just presence. Influence. Control. And the people in that layer? They don't introduce themselves. They don't announce authority. They don't need to. Because their decisions speak for them. Entire conflicts begin. Without explanation. Others end. Just as suddenly. And some never get acknowledged at all. Not because they didn't happen. But because someone decided they shouldn't be visible. That's the level most people will never believe exists. Not because it's impossible. But because it doesn't fit the model they've been given. The clean ladder. The clear hierarchy. The idea that power is always visible. Always structured. Always explainable. But real power doesn't work like that. It doesn't sit at the top of the pyramid. It exists outside the pyramid entirely. Watching it. Adjusting it. Using it. And the strangest part? If you ever came close to that level, you wouldn't realize it. There would be no moment. No confirmation. No clear sign that you've crossed a line. Just a gradual shift. In what you see. In what you know. In what you're allowed to understand. Until one day, you look at the system you once believed in. And realize. It was never complete. It was never meant to be. Because some structures aren't designed to be understood. They're designed to be followed. And the people who operate above them? They're counting on one thing. That you never stop to question. What's missing? But now, you have. And once that thought exists, it doesn't go away. It lingers. Quietly. In the background. Changing the way you see things. The way you interpret events. The way you understand decisions. Because suddenly, everything feels a little less random. A little more deliberate. A little more controlled. And that's when it becomes dangerous. Not for them. For you. Because awareness comes with a cost. You start connecting dots. Seeing patterns. Noticing gaps. And realizing those gaps aren't accidents. They're design. And the more you see, the harder it becomes to ignore. So the next time you hear about something happening in the world, something sudden, something unexplained, something that doesn't quite add up, don't just accept it. Don't just move on. Pause. Think about it. And ask yourself one question. Was this decided? Or did it just happen? Because if there really is a level above everything we've talked about, a level with no name, no structure, no visibility, then the answer might be a lot simpler than you think. It didn't just happen. It was allowed to happen.